Welcome to our channel. Today we bring you the top 9 Washington $quarter coins, some in extra fine condition, sparkling like new, and some in bad condition, yet still fascinating for collectors. Visual show a mix of coins why your mint marks, worn edges, shiny surfaces. Whether you're a collector or just checking your old change, these quarters could hold surprises in rarity, errors, or value. We'll explore each coin, its history, and why condition matters so much, so stay tuned, grab a magnifying glass, and let's discover the top 9 Washington quarters you need to know about. If you like, I can also expand this into a full script for the video, listing all 9 coins with details about rarity, condition, and estimated market value ready to use for narration. Do you want me to do that? Top 1. The 1998 Washington $quarter with the P mint mark, especially in extra fine condition, a coin many collectors overlook, but one that has surprising market value and hidden rarity in today's coin world. To understand the importance of the 1998 quarter, first we need to look back at the history of the Washington quarter itself. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932, originally as a one-year commemorative coin celebrating the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. But the design became so popular that the U.S. Mint continued producing it every year. The obverse features a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse, from 1932 to 1998, shows the iconic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, the classic design that collectors still love today. The year 1998 is especially historic, because it marks the final year of the old eagle reverse. Beginning in 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, making 1998 the end of an era. Background of the 1998 P quarter. The 1998 quarter with the P mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. This coin was widely circulated, but coins that survived in extra fine condition are much fewer. Philadelphia minted hundreds of millions of these quarters, but most were used heavily in circulation, meaning scratches, wear, and dull surfaces. Finding one in XF40, XF45 grade means strong design details, light wear only on high points, good luster remaining, no major dents or damage. These qualities make the coin more desirable to collectors today. Why the 1998 P quarter is considered rare today? You may wonder, how can such a modern coin be considered rare? Well, rarity in coins does not always mean low mintage. It can also mean fewer surviving high-grade examples, coins being heavily used in circulation. Collectors wanting the final year design. Since 1998 marks the last appearance of the eagle reverse design, collectors of Washington quarters, type collectors, and history collectors all want this final year coin in the best condition possible, and that demand makes extra fine condition pieces more valuable today. For a 1998 P quarter to qualify as extra fine, it typically must show clear details in Washington's hair-sharp lettering with no flattening eagle feathers visible on the reverse, only light friction on the highest points, no deep scratches, only minor contact marks. If your coin has these features, you're already ahead in the market. Now let's talk about what everyone wants to know: the current market value. Market value depends on condition, demand, and collector interest. For 1998 P quarters in extra fine condition, the general price range today is market value, extra fine condition, XF $1 to $3 for common circulation pieces, $4 to $8 if the coin has strong luster and eye appeal, $10 plus for premium quality XF coins sold to collectors. Special varieties, die cracks, doubling, off-center strikes, grease-filled errors. These can push values to $20, $40, or even $100 depending on rarity. While the base coin is not extremely rare, high-grade extra fine examples are getting harder to find, especially in the wild, which increases their premium for collectors. The 1998 P quarter represents the end of the classic eagle design, a final year type coin. A great addition to Washington quarter sets, a coin with era variety possibilities. Many collectors prefer full sets from 1932 to 1998, and the final year coin is always in demand, just like final year coins of other U.S. series. In summary, the 1998 P Washington quarter is the final classic eagle reverse quarter extra fine condition. Examples are desirable because most of these coins were heavily circulated. Market values are rising slowly as collectors continue to build Washington quarter sets. Checking for errors can significantly increase the price, so next time you see a 1998 quarter in your pocket, be sure to check the condition. It may be worth more than you think. Top 2. The 1997 Washington $quarter with the D mint mark, especially when found in bad condition. Is it rare? Does it have market value in today's coin world? And what is the history behind this quarter? Let's dive deep and uncover the real story behind the 1997 D Washington quarter. To understand the 1997 quarter, we need to go back to the beginning. The Washington quarter was first released in 1932, originally meant to be a one-year commemorative coin celebrating the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design by John Flanagan became so iconic that it was continued for decades. The obverse features Washington's portrait, while the reverse shows the classic bald eagle, a symbol of American strength and tradition. The coin ran with this same design all the way until 1998, making the 1997 quarter part of the final years of the classic eagle reverse era. In 1999, the U.S. Mint switched to the famous 50-state quarters program, which changed everything. Background of the 1997 D quarter. Now let's focus on the 1997 D Mint mark. The D stands for Denver Mint, one of the main mints that produce U.S. coins. In 1997, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these quarters because they were made for everyday circulation. Most of them suffered heavy wear, scratches, dull surfaces, and loss of detail. Coins from Denver typically have strong strikes, but over time, circulation wear reduces sharpness, making bad condition 1997 D quarters extremely common today. However, even a common coin can have interest in the collector market depending on errors, historical importance, and demand. If the 1997 D quarter is common, why are collectors talking about it today? Here's why. It's from the final era of the classic eagle reverse. The 90s quarters are disappearing from circulation. Collectors are building date and mint mark sets. Era varieties from the 1990s are gaining attention. Older coins, even in bad condition, are becoming scarcer in pocket change. Even though a worn 1997 D quarter is not rare by mintage numbers, the collector demand for full Washington sets has increased, which gives this coin relevance in today's coin market. When we say bad condition, it usually means heavy wear on Washington's hair, flattened lettering, scratches, dents, rim damage, loss of eagle feather details, dull or dark surface, possible discoloration, weak luster. These coins grade around G good, VG very good, or F fine, on the coin grading scale. While bad condition reduces value, it does not eliminate market interest, especially if the coin carries historical importance or contains errors. Rare era varieties. To look for most of the value in 1997 D quarters comes from errors and varieties. Some of the ones to look for include off-center strike die, cracks, clash dies, grease-filled die, missing letters, double dies, planchet errors. Even in bad condition, these can sell for $10, $25, $40, and rare errors can even go above $100 plus market value of the 1997 D quarter today. What is the value of a 1997 D quarter in bad condition today? Here's the honest breakdown. Bad condition, common circulation wear, value, 25 cents to 35 cents. Most coins in worn condition are worth only face value. Slightly better condition, 50 cents to $1. Error types in bad condition, $5 to $20 depending on type. Rare errors can reach $50 to $150 even in worn grade. Extra fine, $2 to $5. About uncirculated, AU $5 to $10. Mint state, MS 60 plus $10 to $20. High MS grades like MS 66, MS 67 can exceed $150 to $300 at auction. So while the coin in bad condition is normally not valuable, certain errors or collector demand can boost its price as more older quarters disappear from circulation. Coins from the 1990s, even those in worn condition, are slowly getting attention. Collectors who build full Washington quarter sets from 1932 to 1998 need every year every mint mark, every major era variety. This means coins like the 1997 D quarter, even in bad condition, still play an important role in the hobby. While the base value is small, the historical importance, the final era design, and error possibilities make it a coin worth checking carefully. So to summarize, the 1997 D Washington quarter is not rare, but it is part of the final years before the state quarter program. Bad condition examples are common, but error varieties can be valuable. The market value in worn grade is mostly small, but certain pieces can sell for much more. This coin is still important for collectors. Building complete Washington quarter sets. Top 3. The 1994 Washington quarter dollar with the D mint mark, especially in extra fine condition. Is this coin rare today? Does it have real market value? What is the history behind it? Let's break it all down in this full video. History of the Washington quarter. To understand the 1994 D quarter, we must go back to the origins of the Washington quarter. First released in 1932, the Washington quarter was created to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design by John Flanagan features Washington's portrait on the front and the iconic bald eagle on the reverse. The eagle reverse stayed on American quarters for 66 years, from 1932 to 1998. The 1990s quarters are part of the final era of this historic design, because in 1999 the Mint introduced the 50-state quarters program, replacing the eagle reverse forever. So the 1994 D quarter is a piece of the final chapter of the classic Washington eagle quarter. Background of the 1994 D Mint mark. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, one of the busiest U.S. mints. In 1994, the Denver Mint produced well over 1 billion Washington quarters. Because of this high production, the coin is common, but condition is what really matters. Most 1994 D quarters went straight into circulation, got lost, got damaged, or were used for decades, so finding a coin in extra fine, XF40-45 condition is not extremely rare, but definitely much harder than finding a circulated coin. Now let's talk about what makes the 1994 D quarter interesting in extra fine condition. An extra fine coin means very light, where sharp hair details on Washington, clear lettering, strong eagle feathers visible, good luster, remains, no major scratches or rim damage. Coins from the 1990s rarely survived in this condition because they were used daily. That's why XF coins are more collectible today. Rarity of the 1994 D quarter today is the 1994 D quarter rare in circulated condition? No, it's common. But in extra fine condition, collectors are now paying attention because older quarters are disappearing from circulation. High-grade 1990s coins are becoming harder to find. Collectors want complete year and mint mark sets. The final era of the eagle reverse is becoming historic. This means your 1994 D quarter in XF condition is more desirable than worn. Examples: what is the market value of the 1994 D Washington quarter in extra fine condition today? Here are the real numbers. Extra fine, XF40, XF45. Market value $1 to $3 for standard pieces, $4 to $6 for strong XF with nice luster, $7 to $10 for premium quality XF with excellent details. High-grade reference, not XF, but for comparison, AU, about uncirculated, $5 to $12 MS60, MS63, $10 to $20 MS64, MS65, $25 to $55 MS66 or higher. $150 to $300 plus at auctions. Error coins, even XF or lower, die cracks, double die errors, off-center strikes, missing letters, struck through errors. These can sell for $20 to $150 plus, depending on rarity. So while the 1994 D quarter in XF condition isn't extremely rare, it absolutely does have collector value today. Collectors love coins like the 1994 D quarter because it completes several important sets. Washington quarter year sets, 1932 to 1998, full mint mark sets, PDS, final era eagle reverse type sets, 1990s decade sets, and many collectors specifically prefer coins in the XF to AU range, because they are affordable yet still visually appealing with fewer older quarters showing up in circulation. 1990s coins in higher grades are slowly increasing in value. The 1994 D in extra fine condition may not be extremely rare today, but supply is decreasing, collector demand is rising, error coins are becoming more valuable. High-grade coins from the 90s are harder to find each year. This means XF coins like yours have steady long-term value potential. So in summary, the 1994 D Washington quarter belongs to the final era of the classic eagle design. Extra fine condition makes it much more collectible than regular circulated pieces. Today's market value ranges from $1 to $10. Depending on eye appeal, rare error varieties can sell for much more. It's a great coin for collectors completing Washington quarter sets. Top for the 1993 Washington quarter dollar with the P mint mark, especially in extra fine condition. Is this coin rare? Does it have any market value today? And what is the history behind it? Stay with me as we break it all down in this full video. To appreciate the 1993 P quarter, we first need to understand the history of the Washington quarter series. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The obverse features Washington's portrait, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse shows the iconic heraldic eagle, a symbol of American strength and unity. This eagle reverse remained on the quarter from 1932 all the way to 1998, a period of 66 years. That means the 1993 quarter is part of the final era of the traditional Washington quarter before the U.S. Mint switched to the 50-state quarters program in 1999. This makes the 1993 P quarter more historically significant than many people realize. Background of the 1993 P mint mark. The P mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the largest and oldest U.S. minting facilities. In 1993, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters because of the huge mintage. The coin is common in circulation, but condition is what truly matters. Most of these coins were used continuously for decades, so finding a 1993 P Washington quarter in extra fine condition is much less common than finding a heavily worn example, and that's why collectors pay attention to well preserved pieces. What makes extra fine condition special? Extra fine condition means the coin still looks sharp, attractive, and detailed. An XF40, XF45 graded coin usually has light, even wear strong hair details on Washington, sharp lettering with no flattening eagle wing and feather details visible, slight luster remaining, no deep scratches or rim dents, with quarters used daily in vending machines, cash registers, and circulation. Finding a 1993 P quarter in this grade is becoming harder every year. Rarity of the 1993 P quarter today is the 1993 P Washington quarter rare in normal circulated condition. No, It's common but in extra fine condition. The story changes today. 1990s quarters are disappearing from circulation because people collect them, keep them, or they get damaged beyond use. The 1993 quarter is now over 30 years old, which increases interest from collectors. The coin is also part of the last decade of the Eagle reverse full date and mint mark sets type sets 90s decade collections. This makes extra fine examples more desirable in today's market. So what is the actual market value of a 1993 P quarter in extra fine condition? Here is the real price breakdown. Extra fine condition value $1 to $2.50 for standard XF pieces, $3 to $5 for strong XF with good luster, $6 to $10 for premium extra fine examples with excellent eye appeal. Higher grades for reference, not your coin, but important to understand the market. AU about uncirculated $5 to $10 MS60, MS63, $10 to $20 MS64, MS65. $25 to $60 MS66, MS67. $150 to $400 plus at auctions. Error coin value. Some 1993 P quarters have popular errors, including double die crack, off center strike, clash, dies struck through grease, missing letters. These can sell anywhere from $15 to $150 plus, depending on type and rarity. So while the normal 1993 P quarter isn't extremely rare, XF condition and errors can boost value significantly. Collectors love the 1993 P quarter for several reasons. It's part of the last decade of the original Washington design. It's over 3 decades old. Higher grade 90s quarters are getting harder to find. Collectors aim for XF or better examples, perfect for quarter folders, albums, and type collections. The 1993 P quarter also represents the end of an era, making it a must-have coin in most Washington quarter collections. As more 1990s quarters leave circulation, the supply of high-grade examples continues to drop. Coins like the 1993 P in extra fine condition have good collector demand, steady long-term value potential for gradual price increases, added value if they contain rare mint errors. This makes it a great coin to hold for the future. So to wrap it all up, the 1993 P Washington quarter is part of the final era of the Eagle reverse design in extra fine condition. It is much more desirable than heavily circulated pieces. Today's value ranges from $1 to $10. Depending on eye appeal, error varieties can be worth much more. The coin has historical significance and solid collector interest, a great addition to any Washington quarter collection. Top 5. The 1991 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark, especially when found in bad condition. Is this coin rare? Does it have any big market value? And what important history does this coin carry? Let's dive deep and break everything down in this full video. The Washington quarter began in 1932. Created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the design was made by John Flanagan, showing Washington's portrait on the obverse and the majestic bald eagle on the reverse. From 1932 to 1998, this classic eagle design remained unchanged. The 1991 quarter belongs to the final years of this long-running design, before the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program in 1999. That makes the 1991 quarter an important part of the closing chapter of the original Washington quarter era. Background of the 1991 no mint mark coin. The 1991 quarter with no mint mark was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. During that time, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters. Most were used heavily in circulation, vending machines, cash transactions, stores, gas stations, and everyday spending. This heavy usage means most 1991 quarters, especially no mint mark ones, are found today in poor or bad condition. When we say a coin is in bad condition, we are usually referring to grades like G good, VG very good, F fine, or even lower. In these grades, the coin often has heavy or very weak hair details on Washington, scratches or dents, flattened lettering, dull or dirty surface, weak or missing eagle feather details, rim damage, loss of original luster. Bad condition coins are common because the 1991 quarter was used daily for over 30 years. In general, a 1991 Washington quarter with no mint mark is not rare, and however, several factors make it interesting. Today it is over 30 years old. The Eagle reverse is no longer produced. Older quarters are disappearing from circulation. Collectors are completing full date mint mark sets. Error varieties from the early 90s are now gaining popularity. So while the normal version is common, certain error types and high-grade examples can be very valuable. Rare errors in the 1991 quarter. Many coins from the early 1990s have striking errors and die varieties even in bad condition. These errors can be valuable. Popular errors include double die obverse or reverse off-center strikes, die cracks on the rim or eagle wing, clash, dies struck through grease, missing details, broad strike errors, planchet flaws. Depending on the error type, values can range from $10 to $50. Rare errors $100 plus market value of the 1991 and 0 mint mark quarter today. Now let's talk about the current market value. Bad condition value, GVG F grades, 25 cents to 35 cents, mostly face value. Better circulated grades 50 cents to $1 error coins. Simple errors, $5 to $15 medium errors, $20 to $50 major errors, $75 to $150 high grade. For reference only, these values help understand the coin's potential. If in top condition AU, $5 to $8 MS63, $10 to $20 MS65, $35 to $60 MS66, $150 plus MS67, $300 to $450 plus at auctions. So your coin in bad condition is normally worth face value unless it has an error. It has a collector demand. It is part of a special variety. Collectors still look for this coin to complete sets today. Collectors are paying more attention to 1990s quarters because they are disappearing from daily use. Younger collectors want full Washington quarter sets. 30-year-old coins are now considered semi-modern classics. High-grade coins are hard to find. Error coins from the 90s sell quickly. Even if your coin is in bad condition, it still represents an era that collectors appreciate as time goes on. Coins from the early 1990s will gradually become more collectible. Here's why: circulation numbers keep decreasing. Washington quarter sets require this coin. The eagle reverse design is obsolete. Error coins will gain more visibility. Collectors love older coins with historical significance. So while the value is small today, the collector interest is rising slowly. To summarize, the 1991 no mint mark Washington quarter is common, but historically important in bad condition. The value is usually just face value. Error varieties can bring much higher prices. The coin belongs to the last decade of the classic eagle design. Collectors still need this date for complete sets. A simple coin, but with surprising collector interest. Top 6. The Washington quarter $1990 with D mint mark, especially in extra fine condition, and how this coin can still have real collector value even though it's not extremely old. So stay tuned till the end, because we're going to cover the history, the background, the rarity, and the current US dollar market value of the 1990 D quarter. History and background. The Washington quarter has been a major part of US coinage since 1932, originally introduced to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design features obverse a portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Reverse, a bold American eagle with spread wings, symbolizing strength and national pride. By 1990, the Washington quarter had already been in circulation for 58 years. The 1990 coins still carried the classic eagle reverse. This was before the state quarters began in 1999. Where was the 1990 D quarter made? The D mint mark shows that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the largest coin production centers in the United States. In 1990, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these quarters because the mintage was high. The coin is not rare in normal circulated condition. However, what makes a 1990 D quarter valuable? Extra fine condition coins with sharp details. Minimal wear, strong luster on high points, much better than regular circulation coins. Collector demand. Many collectors search for 1990 D quarters in higher grades. XF coins are harder to find because most have heavy wear potential. Mint errors, off-center die cracks, weak strikes. These can boost the value even more. Today's US coin market values, 2024 to 2025 range, 1990 D Washington quarter, extra fine condition value, $1 to $3 depending on sharpness and eye appeal. Why does it still have value even though the coin is modern? Collectors pay more for sharp detail, clean surfaces, no heavy scratches, good mint luster. XF coins look much better than the average worn quarters in circulation, so they get premium price. If your 1990 D quarter is in even better condition than extra fine, the value increases quickly. AU, about uncirculated $3 to $8 MS60, mint state $10 to $15 MS63, $20 to $30 MS65. $50 to $70 MS67. Rare can reach $300 plus. Rare high-grade coins are bought by advanced collectors and sometimes appear in auctions. The US modern coin market in 2024 to 2025 is strong because more new collectors are joining. Washington quarters are still popular. People are trying to complete full-date, mint mark sets because of this. Even coins like the 1990 D have gained extra collector demand. Current market trend: extra fine coins are stable in price. High-grade coins are increasing. Error coins from 1990 can bring $50 to hundreds of dollars. So, the Washington quarter $1990 with D mint mark may not be a rare ancient coin, but in extra fine condition it still holds real value for collectors. To summarize, produced at the Denver Mint, classic eagle reverse design. Extra fine condition gives it premium value. Today's value: $1 to $3. High-grade coins, $20 to $300 plus. Popular among set collectors and modern coin enthusiasts. If you have one of these coins, especially in XF or better, it's definitely worth holding onto. Top 7. The Washington Quarter $1989 with D mint mark, a coin from the late 1980s that still holds strong collector interest, especially when found in extra fine condition. We'll break down the history, the background, the rarity, and the current market value in dollars, so stay with us till the end. Let's begin. History and background. The Washington Quarter has been a part of American coinage since 1932, created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Obverse: the portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. Reverse: a powerful eagle with spread wings, the symbol of strength and freedom in the United States. The year 1989 is part of the final decade before the state quarters program began in 1999. This means the 1989 quarter still carries the classic eagle reverse that collectors love. The D mint mark. This coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most active and high-output mints in the USA. The Denver Mint produced well over 800 million quarters in 1989. Because of such a high mintage, a normal circulated 1989 D quarter is not rare. However, what makes the 1989 D valuable? Extra fine condition, minimal wear, sharp details, light circulation, marks better eye appeal than normal worn quarters. Collector demand. Many collectors aim to complete sets. XF coins are harder to find because most circulated heavily during the 1990s. Potential errors: off-center strikes, die cracks, weak strikes, struck through errors. These can significantly increase value in today's U.S. coin market. An extra fine 1989 D Washington Quarter has the following approximate value. 1989 D Washington Quarter XF condition value: $1 to $2.50. While it is not extremely rare, its above average grade gives it a premium over face value if the coin is in a better grade than extra fine. The price increases $3 to $6 MS60, mint state $6 to $12 MS63, $15 to $25 MS65, $40 to $60 MS67. Rare, can reach $150 to $300. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC can sell for even higher amounts, depending on their surface quality and strike. Some 1989 D quarters with mint errors can be much more valuable. Off-center: $20 to $150 plus die cracks, $10 to $50 broad strike, $15 to $40 struck through grease, $20 to $80. Collectors actively buy these error coins because they are harder to find. Market trend today: the U.S. quarter market in 2024 to 2025 has grown due to rising interest from new collectors. Popularity of late 80s and early 90s coins, people completing date and mint sets because of this. The 1989 D in XF condition holds steady value. Current trend: stable pricing for XF, increased demand for high-grade MS coins. Error coins show strong appreciation. Let's summarize the key points about the Washington Quarter. 1989 D minted at the Denver Mint, features the classic eagle reverse, high mintage, but XF condition is harder to find. Extra fine value: $1 to $2.50. High-grade MS coins can reach $300 plus. Error versions can bring big premium prices. If you find a clean, sharp 1989 D quarter, especially in extra fine or better, it's definitely worth examining carefully. Top 8. The Washington Quarter. 1979 with D mint mark, especially in extra fine condition, and how this late 70s quarter still carries collector value in today's coin market. We'll break down the history, the design background, the rarity, and the current dollar value of this coin, so make sure you watch till the end. The Washington Quarter was first introduced in 1932, designed to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first U.S. president. The 1979 quarter still carries the traditional Washington design by John Flanagan, and it was produced before any major redesigns took place. Design overview: obverse: Washington's portrait with the date 1979 and the mint mark D. 4. Denver reverse: a strong American eagle standing on arrows, with olive branches beneath representing courage and peace. By 1979, this design had already been in use for nearly 5 decades, making it a classic collectible today. Denver Mint D mint mark: the Denver Mint produced a large share of the 1979 quarters, and the D mint mark can be found under the motto, "In God We Trust," on the front of the coin. The 1979 D Washington Quarter had a very high mintage, with hundreds of millions produced because of this. Normal circulated 1979 D quarters are not rare. However, what makes the 1979 D quarter valuable today? Extra fine condition, light wear, strong details, sharp eagle feathers, better eye appeal than typical circulated coins. Collector demand: collectors still seek 1970s coins in higher grades. XF condition is much harder to find than worn coins. Potential mint errors: off-center strike, die cracks, clipped planchet, struck through errors. These can increase value significantly. Let's talk about the coin's current market value in extra fine condition. 1979 D Washington Quarter extra fine value: $1 to $2.50. Even though it's a common date, the premium comes from its preserved quality and collector demand. As the grade increases, so does the value. About uncirculated $3 to $5 MS60, $6 to $10 MS63, $12 to $20 MS65, $40 to $60 MS66, $75 to $120 MS67. Can reach $250 to $400. High-grade coins certified by PCGS or NGC can sell for even more depending on the strike and surface quality. Certain 1979D era quarters can be worth much more off-center strike. $25 to $100 plus die cracks. $10 to $40 clipped planchet. $20 to $80. Struck through grease. $15 to $60 double die errors. Sometimes $50 to $150 depending on strength. Collectors pay high premiums for visible and dramatic errors. Today's U.S. coin market, 2024 to 2025, shows increasing interest in older circulation coins, especially from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Current trend: XF grade 1970s coins have stable value. High-grade MS coins are increasing in price. Error coins from this period are very popular. Many collectors are making complete year sets, increasing demand. For older dates, the 1979D quarter is part of that trend. Not rare, but appreciated in higher conditions. Let's summarize the important points. Washington quarter 1979D is part of the classic Eagle Reverse series, minted at the Denver Mint. High mintage, but extra fine condition adds premium value. XF value, $1 to $2.50. Mint state coins can reach hundreds of dollars. Error versions can also be very valuable. If you have a clean, sharp 1979D Washington quarter, it's definitely worth examining carefully, especially for condition and possible mint errors. Top 9. The Washington Quarter $1972 with no mint mark, a classic American coin that still carries strong collector interest, especially in extra fine condition. In this video, we'll break down the history, the design background, why the no mint mark matters, the rarity, and the current US dollar market value. So stay with me till the end. Let's begin. The Washington Quarter was introduced in 1932, created to honor the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Obverse: a portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Below the portrait, you will find the date 1972, and importantly, no mint mark. Reverse: an American eagle with spread wings, standing on arrows with olive branches below, symbolizing protection and peace. The 1972 quarter belongs to the classic era before the state quarters program. It represents the traditional eagle reverse that collectors still appreciate today. A coin with no mint mark means it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, unlike Denver, D, or San Francisco, S. The Philadelphia Mint did not use a mint mark on quarters in 1972, so the absence of a mint mark is normal, not an error. However, collectors still consider no mint mark Philadelphia coins important because they help complete full U.S. quarter sets. A very large number of 1,972 quarters were made, hundreds of millions. This means in normal circulated condition, the 1972 no mint mark quarter is not rare, but in extra fine condition, it becomes harder to find. Why? Because most 1972 quarters circulated heavily during the 1970s, 80s, and 90s. Finding one today with sharp detail and light wear takes some luck. Extra fine condition: what makes it special? A 1972 quarter in extra fine condition has light, even wear clear hair details on Washington, sharp eagle feathers, visible mint luster on protected areas, very few deep scratches. Collectors pay extra for this level of quality because most coins of this age are worn and dull. Market value today, XF condition. Let's get into the current value of this coin in the U.S. market. 1972 Washington Quarter no mint mark extra fine value, $1 to $3. Even though it's not extremely rare, the higher condition adds collector value above face value. Better condition, higher value. Here's how the price rises. AU. About uncirculated $3 to $6 MS60, $8 to $12 MS63, $15 to $25 MS65, $40 to $60 MS66, $150 to $250 MS67. Rare, can reach $350 plus. Certified coins graded by PCGS or NGC sell for even more depending on eye appeal and strike quality. Error coins big value. Some 1972 quarters come with mint errors, and those can bring serious collector money. Off-center strikes: $30 to $150 clipped planchet, $25 to $80 double die errors, $40 to $200 plus broad strike, $20 to $70 struck through grease, $15 to $60 error. Coins are always in demand. The modern coin market, 2024 to 2025, has strong interest in 1960s, 1970s quarters. Higher grade circulated coins. Pre-state quarter designs error coins because of this trend. Even common dates like 1972 rise in value when found in extra fine or mint state condition. Current trend summary: XF grade coins, stable premium MS grade coins, increasing in value. Error coins, Very strong demand. Let's summarize everything about the 1972 no mint mark Washington quarter made at the Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark is normal, not an era classic eagle reverse design high mintage, but XF condition is harder to find value. In XF, $1 to $3 higher grades can reach hundreds of dollars. Error coins can bring even bigger prices. If you have a sharp, lightly worn 1972 quarter, it's definitely worth checking for condition and possible error varieties. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy rare coin information, market value videos, and coin history like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment your coin below, share this video with other collectors. See you in the next one, and happy collecting.